Welcome back to Miss Max Academy. Let's take a minute and read our directions. Find the other endpoint of the line segment with the given endpoint and midpoint. So we have some sort of line segment that has an endpoint and a midpoint, and we're looking for the second endpoint. So let's plot our points. Endpoint. Endpoint number 1 is 4, -4. So that means I go right 4 and down 4 and plot a point. And this is endpoint 1. Hi. And then I go left 1, down 3 to find the midpoint. So now we have a line segment here. This is clearly a line segment. They're telling us that M is our middle point of some bigger line segment. So I want to talk a little bit about this. If I asked you for a set of directions to get from endpoint 1 to the midpoint, hopefully you would see that I could go up 1 and to the left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So again, if I asked for a set of directions to get from the endpoint to the midpoint, you would say, oh, go up 1 and then go left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left 5. Well, if the midpoint is exactly in the middle of the two endpoints, I just have to continue that pattern. So I'm going to go up 1 and then I'm going to go left 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. That means my second endpoint must be right there. Okay, endpoint 2. And so the coordinates of this endpoint would be -6, down 2. So this is the correct answer for number 17. -6, -2 would give us the other endpoint. Okay, but let's talk a little bit about the numbers here. I'm going to move my midpoint over here. I'm going to ask you a question. Did I have to add or subtract from the number 4 to get the number -1? Well, the answer there would be, oh, I had to subtract 5. So, if the middle point is exactly in the middle, 4 subtract 5 is -1. I should have to subtract 5 again. -1 subtract 5 is -6, which is the x value of our endpoint. And just a reminder, when you go left 5 in the coordinate plane, that's subtraction. That's where that subtract 5 comes from. Okay. Likewise, if I take a look at these two numbers, I'd say, gee, what number do I have to add or subtract from -4 to get +3? Oh, to go from -4 to +3. Oh, I'm sorry, that's a -3. I apologize here. To get from -4 to a -3, I have to add 1. And then again, I continue that pattern. -3 plus 1 is -2. This is the y value of my second endpoint. So the graph helps us visually locate the second endpoint, but if we take a look at the ordered pairs themselves, hopefully we can see the pattern. I said, gee, what do I have to do to the number 4? What number do I have to add or subtract to the number 4 to get the number -1? The answer is subtract 5. If I continue that pattern, -1 subtract 5 is -6. Likewise, what number do I have to add or subtract to the -4 to get -3? I have to add 1. -4 plus 1 is -3. I continue that pattern. -3 plus 1 is -2. So again, this is my final answer. The coordinates of the second endpoint would be -6, -2. You can either find that answer by graphing, or by trying to recognize the pattern. Tune in again for the next episode of Miss Max Academy.